Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Whenever you're watching this, know that I appreciate it. It is Tuesday morning, August 14th. And yes, despite the dim lighting, it is absolutely morning. It is 7 a.m. But it's a raining morning, a rainy morning. And fall has already started. Come on, honey, you got it. All right, I'll take it. No biggie. I slept so much better last night. And I can tell that I slept better last night. I actually woke up just before the alarm went off this morning, and I laid there and relaxed a little bit longer, but then I did eventually get up, get my shower, get dressed. Had to run to the grocery store to get some breakfast because I found out yesterday no more cereal in the office. So I had to go buy some, and a little bit of fruit. And then I found some chickpeas, some honey roasted chickpeas. Now, for those who do not know, chickpeas are a great snack when they're roasted. Yes, it's the same thing you make hummus with. It's the same thing. I mean, yeah, you have it in a lot of your Indian or Asian foods. But as a whole, and roasted and seasoned properly, a chickpea is a very nice and filling snack. So I found some of those, and I bought a bag of those, and I'm gonna snack on that today. I have not been on the scale, and I'm on a weight loss journey, but I'm not on a weight loss journey. I figured at almost 49, I'll be 50 next year. I will lose what I can, but I will not fret over it. I am going to start working out a little bit. Nothing too major. I have not been yet given clearance to work out. But I figured if I start with my arms, that's a good start. And with me working retail for the part-time, that's a workout in itself, the back and forth, the running around. That's how I lost a little weight the last time. Working retail and running around the store, running around the front counter, period. I was able to lose a little weight, and I expect the same this go around. But let me tell you why I got some good sleep last night. Because now you see me driving, and you pull out and turn anyway. Okay. If you haven't noticed, I have a huge issue as far as, and it's not necessarily road rage, so I won't call it that, but I just have a low threshold when it comes to some of the things that drivers do that I consider stupid. So yes, if you have not noticed it before, I will point it out now. You will from time to time hear me interrupt myself to reprimand another driver, or to think out loud about another driver. But I would not call it necessarily road rage. I will say that this threshold has lowered since I've moved to Texas, though, because I realized that the Texas drivers are totally different than the Chicago drivers. And some of the stuff that they do is a little bit more stupid to me. And I don't know if it's because they're used to driving a certain way or in certain areas, whereas in Chicago, it's really all city and concrete. Not to say that there's anything wrong with the rule, but the rural roads and rules of the roads for rural areas are a little bit different, I think. That's a lot to say. The rural roads, and the rules for the rural roads are a little bit different. I think. So I think some people are just used to driving that way versus in Chicago where it's basically concrete. That's what we do. We drive on concrete Very rarely do we take back roads, and even when we take back roads, they got concrete. But anyway, I slept better last night because I did talk with my youngest child throughout the day, and we've got a great game plan set up for her to, I'm getting better at that, for her to come out here or come down here. So if all goes as planned, she will be here tomorrow evening. Again, I won't speak on everything that's happened in the last few days. That is a discussion that she and I will have to have. And then I will get her approval or disapproval of just talking about it. And then when I do, I'll probably end up doing a blog on it as well, because it is something that really just needs to be spoken about overall. And I may just do it in general. But as far as doing a video on it, I need to get her permission to do it, because, I mean, she is of age. And I want to make certain that I don't do anything that disrespects her journey in this process. And that's kind of why I haven't spoken fully 100% about her overall, because I still have to respect her journey through that process. But she will be coming down here to Texas from Chicago and will be here. We have not yet decided if it'll be a permanent thing or if it'll be a temporary thing. My hope is that it ends up being a permanent thing, so that all of the things that need to happen. Getting down here, finishing up some education, getting established, getting a job, saving up some money, and then being on her own. That's the goal. And we had initially, when we first offered, we offered her and my oldest the opportunity to be here for 3 months, 90 days, get a job, save up, and either get your own place or go back to Chicago. That is what we initially offered. Actually, we offered it to all three of them, but it's the oldest and the youngest that we kept pressing it upon, because they are the ones that seem to be having the most difficult time with the transition. They seem to be having a difficult time with adulthood altogether. And a lot of it is just this, this is, life happens. A lot of it is that life has just happened, and this is, what you have to do to deal with it. But with the youngest, it's really about some decisions that were made that were not the best decisions, and the consequences for those decisions were some that were just very difficult for her to deal with. So, yes. If all goes as planned, she stayed with her dad last night. Her dad went into the city to pick her up because he lives in the south suburbs of Chicago. So her dad went into the city to pick her up, but there's some things that she needs to take care of this morning in the city, and then her dad and his girlfriend are putting her on a bus. I don't think they're paying for a flight, but either way, she'll be here no later than tomorrow evening. I don't know if it's going to be a bus or a flight. She and I discussed bus, but I don't know what's going to happen now that she's at her dad's house, what they may work out. So I will get a call at some point during the day informing me of what's going to happen. But that allowed me to get some sleep, because now I don't have that concern, over my head. She's safe, and I don't have that concern. So I was able to get off. I had actually gotten into bed by 9 o'clock, I think, last night. Yeah, it was before 9 o'clock, because I remember saying to her, she wanted to three-way her dad and I and the girlfriend in. And I remember looking at the clock and saying, it's 9 o'clock. because I'd asked her a question about something else, and the answer that I got was not one that I anticipated getting. And then I responded with, but it's 9 o'clock. And she thought I was talking about too late to get her dad on the phone. And she said, well, no, I just talked to him. No, that's not what I was talking about. It's 9 o'clock. Why haven't you done this other thing? So anyway, I got into bed before 9. I was not yet asleep. I was actually watching YouTube videos and relaxing before I went to sleep. That's how I unwind before bed. And had the conversation with them. And then got back in the bed, and it was before 10 when I got back in the bed. So I think I finally went to sleep. I watched a little bit of the news, I think. Oh, it is 12 minutes after 7. I watched, I think, a little bit of the news. I don't remember right now. And slept all the way through, which is something I haven't done in a while. I cannot believe how late it is. I did not realize it was this late. So I'm going to end this. So yeah, I slept really well. I feel a lot better than I did yesterday, all the way around. So I'm going to end this so I can get my hind parts in this office. Like I said, I didn't realize it was this late. So with that, peace and blessings. Remember to walk in your purpose and know that I appreciate you.